Hello, welcome back. My name's Teacher Jane and today we're going to look at part 2 of our Entry 3 Mathematics workbook. Ooh, exciting. I like past papers, lots of practice, lots of skill development. I especially like functional skills because it's maths that we come across in everyday life. Nobody rips Teacher Jane off. Rip off means takes your money. Like in a shop where they give you the wrong change. I'm very good at maths. Right. Students, if you've got any issues, you can always email me. My email address is on the screen just up there. Make sure you put a subject line in. Right. First thing we've got is a little bit of vocab. Serviced. What does service mean? Service means to look at something, to check it. I always get my car serviced before I go on a trip. What would they check on a car? Oil, the water, and the tyres. Probably a few more things. I wouldn't want to break down. This means it reduces the possibility or probability of me having a breakdown. You can service anything. You can service sewing machines, aeroplanes, you name it, you can service it. Right, looking at the question. Andy has the van serviced. That makes sense. Drives for a living. He doesn't want to break down. He also buys a new tyre. The service costs, can you say that number? £285. The tyre costs, can you say it? £69. Brilliant. What is the total cost of the service and the tyre? This is a 2-point question. I think it should be a 3-point. But have a go at working it out. Pause the video. It's up to you how you calculate it. The important thing is you can't just write the answer. That could be a lucky guess. You know, what's the answer, 5 or 6? I don't know. I just put 6 in case. It has to have method, how you got that answer. Right, I'm going to use the one that goes up and down. What's that called? Begins with a V, vertically. I'm going to write my numbers very neat underneath each other. £285. Right, that's for the service. And the tyre, £69. I'm going to put a line underneath it. You can put a little plus there. It's quite good because if you have to go back and check it, you know straight away what type of sum it is. 9 plus 5, 14. I'm done. I'm going to carry my 1 up there. 6 plus 1, 7. Then add the 8, 15. And then 15, my 1 over there, and then my 2 plus my 1, 3. That's the total cost. What is it? Pound sign. That's it. So that's the total cost. Yes, you could do it the horizontal way. It's up to you. Or you may have another completely different method. It's all good, as long as your answer is proven. Next question. Little bit of additional information. This is a little bit of what they call circle theorem. Parts of a circle have their own labels and names. One of the things I find interesting is a circle. The outside of a circle has its own special name, circumference, which means the outside. Can you think of another name for that? Begins with a P. Perimeter. The perimeter of something, the outside. A little bit of information about bikes, different valves. I like bikes, very good for the environment. Okay, next question. Delivering parcels. You know I like parcels. eBay, Amazon. Lovely. Andy has 60 parcels to deliver in one day. Do you know what? He could only have 2 drops, 2 places to deliver the parcels to. He could be taking 30 to one place and so it might not be that busy. If he has 60 individual addresses, 60 different addresses, poor Andy, that's a lot. He must deliver a third of the parcels in the morning. Right, okay. What is third of 60? Okay, right, you're working out. So third. I like fractions, nice and simple. Number at the bottom tells me how many parts something is in. I've got a little diagram there. Looks like a kind of pizza. And that pizza has been cut into 3 bits. I've got a 3 at the bottom. How many of those pieces do I have? Pieces or bits? I've got 1 of them. So it must be the red bit. So I've got 1 out of 3, a third. So with this question, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to pause the video, see if you can work it out, and then start the video again. Right, so I've got the number 60, and I want that 60 in 3 parts, a bit like this. If this was 60, I know it's a circle, but just imagine this circle represents 60. I'm going to break it into 3 parts. Those 3 parts should all be exactly the same. Which one of these buttons is going to chop my 60 into 3? Remove, add, multiply. That's right. I've got 2 there because sometimes they look different on different calculators. I'm going to use my favourite button, the beautiful divide button, and I'm going to divide that by 3. My answer should be 20. 20 what? 20 parcels. Because this was 60 parcels, and I split it into 3 parts. Excellent. 2 points in the bag there. Next question. Andy delivers a parcel to a block of flats. I've put a picture of a block of flats just up there. Up there. What shape is that block of flats? Begins with a C. C-U. I hope you said cuboid. Not cube. Cube is the one with all the squares, like the dice. Just having a look if I've got a cube here. Seem to have one. I'll find one for next session. So Andy delivers a parcel to a block of flats. Each flat has a number. Brilliant. The numbers follow a pattern. Pattern is when something repeats itself. It could be the pattern on a dress. It could be a pattern in numbers. They use patterns in many different things. Computer programming, predicting your sales, all sorts. The numbers follow a pattern. So let me just rub that out. So I've got 2, 5, 8. 2, 5 and 8. Then I've got number 11. Okay. What are the next 2 numbers in the pattern? They want 2. I bet a few people just put 1. Right. So, what have they done to 2 to make it into 5? They've added 3. I'm going to check the next one. They've done to 5 to make it into 8. They've added 3 again. So one more, 8 to 11. That's right, they've added 3. So what would my next 2 be? Oh, I don't think you can see them there. Let me just pull it over a little bit. Or I'll squeeze. I'll do a bit of squeezing. That's 11 plus 3. 14. Fabulous. What's 14 plus 3? 17. Excellent. Well done if you got that. Bonus point question. What would the answer be if you added all the numbers together? Do it in your head. Pause the video. 2 plus 5, 7. 7 plus 8, 15. 15 plus 11, 15, 16, 26. 26 plus 14, it's 30. It's to 40. 40 plus 17. That's right, 57. Well done if you did that. I always think of the brain like a muscle. the more you use it, the better it gets. Next question. Oh, I've got some more on here for you. Just mention this because I always like to discuss a bit about employment. When I used to manage people, I always used to look for patterns. You know, if they're absent all the time, like if people are absent all the time on a Monday, what does that mean? That's right. They've been enjoying themselves a bit too much at the weekend usually. Usually I check. The other thing is, when you work, for example, in retail, there's a pattern. You know that you're going to make a lot more sales towards the end of the month because lots of people get paid at the end of the month. So you need to make sure you've got lots of stock or lots of staff to help them or lots of product to sell. Everybody, I expect you to do from A down to D. Yeah? If you want to really push yourself, see if you can do the whole lot. A all the way down to H. Pause the video. Right, I'm going to move on to the answers. I hope you had a go at working them out. That's the answers. Got a little bit of information about multiples, but I'll let you pause and read that if you want. Right, next page. Andy drives. Can you say that number? 769. Had a similar number before, didn't we? Miles in 1 week. Okay. Bonus point question. If he drove 769 miles in 1 week, how many miles would he drive a year? I've written the answer on the board. Can you say that number? 39,988 miles. Big number. Just going to point out here, I'll put a little comma, not a decimal point. Be very careful because I see a lot of people might do that, and that makes it a completely different number. It must be a comma. Right, back to the question. What is 769 rounded to the nearest 100? Why do we round numbers? We round them to make them easier. I don't say £1.99. I might say £2. It just rolls off the tongue easier. So the nearest 100. What number represents hundreds here? Let's have a look at my little guide over here. Right, the 9 is a 1. I usually call those units. Unit means 1. The 6 is a 10. Okay, and the 7, that must be my 100. So it's a 7 I'm looking at. So it's the one next to it, the 6 that I'm looking at. Now, if it was 750, the 5 is what they call the halfway point. And when you get to 5, you would round it upwards. You've got 6, so that means that this number is closer to 800 than 700. So the correct answer to this is 800.